SL Tonight presents Unsung Adventurers. Stories of real people history nearly forgot. The ones who did something extraordinary and then quietly stepped out of the spotlight. Tonight's adventurers, he bombed Tokyo. General James H. Jimmy Doolittle led the mystery raid of April 18, 1942. It was the first time the Japs' homeland was ever bombed and a new first for Doolittle's list of famous flying feats. Doolittle took off from the Japs would like to know where. Remember, fly low and don't miss your targets, then come back here if you can make it. So long. So long, General. Good luck. Let's go. The chances were against their getting back at all, but 79 volunteered for the risky raid. Tokyo in sight, scatter and make direct for your own target. Spare the Mikado's palace. Skimming the housetops, one U.S. pilot spotted a baseball game going on. They sure look amazed to see us. Now for that airplane factory. Many bombs were dropped inside of the Imperial Palace from only 1,500 feet up. One salvo of bombs got a new Jap warship in the Navy Yard. It burst into flames. Oops, there's one they'll never launch. Bombers scattered incendiaries along a quarter-mile of airplane factories. Others set fires to an oil farm. Hey, look, the Japs' anti-aircraft are shooting down their own barrage balloons. Only 30 Jap pursuits, manned by badly scared, inexpert pilots, tried to stop them. Not one U.S. plane was shot down. I guess we can lose these babies without much trouble. 9 Jap fighters attacked Doolittle's plane, but I've been in tough spots before this. Doolittle was used to narrow escapes. He was the first to perform the death-defying outside loop, and first to fly a land plane more than 300 miles an hour. That Doolittle is the most fearless aviator I've ever seen. If he gets much higher, we won't be able to see him at all. As he whizzed through space, thousands of feet up, Jimmy Doolittle began to lose consciousness. It's 7 miles up. He's 7 miles up. It's incredible. I don't like the way the plane acts. Something is wrong. Jimmy's instrument became frozen and failed to register above the 7-mile mark. The pilotless plane soared through the clouds as Jimmy slumped into unconsciousness. Suddenly, the plane headed towards the field 7 miles below. Jim's plane's out of control. He's taken a lot of chances to come out alive, but he's bound to be killed this time. As the plane spiraled downward, Jimmy slowly began to revive. Doolittle, fully recovered, righted his plane about halfway to Earth. Phew, that was a close one. Struggling against tremendous odds as one of his wings began to give way, Jimmy determined to stick to his ship to the finish. That wing, it's breaking. His left wing is nearly gone. Jimmy lands that crate, it's a miracle. Oh yeah, gentlemen, back the same day and all in one piece. How'd you do it? Jimmy is beyond me. 1931, Doolittle was the first to cross the North American continent in a single day. It took him 11 hours and 11 minutes. He won the Distinguished Flying Cross for it. Doolittle has also won the Snyder International Speed Trophy race in 1925, the McKay Trophy for pioneer work in blind flying in 1929, the Bendix Trophy in 1931, the Thompson 20 in 1932. But his latest feat surpasses all the rest for speed, daring, and danger. He covered an area from north of Tokyo down south to Kansai, Yokohama, and the Navy Yard at Yokosuka. It was an area 40 miles long and 5 to 20 miles wide. Bombs also were dropped on the industrial towns of Nagoya, Osaka, and Kobe. This time, he was awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor, presented personally by President Roosevelt. Is it true? Can you answer these questions? The answers will be at the end of the video, but we'll go through them here and, pause and, let me know in the comments how many of them you actually get right whenever the answers come up at the end. 1. Is it true that a marionette is another name for a puppet? Is it true that a stockade is an ornament worn on a hat? Is it true that a digit is another name for a finger? Is it true that a calliope is another name for a merry-go-round? Is it true that an Indian baby is called a caboose? Is it true that a dromedary is a one-humped camel? Is it true that an armadillo is a fleet of battleships? Is it true that George Washington was the first president to occupy the White House? Is it true that a hamlet is a baby pig? Is it true that baby ants are called antlers? Is it true that a baby elephant's called a calf? Is it true that the first Thanksgiving was celebrated in Boston, Massachusetts? Is it true that Paul Revere made his famous ride in April 1776? Is it true that Eskimos live in igloos all year round? Is it true that a panda is a large tropical plant? Is it true that a burnous is a robe worn by Arabs? Is it true that bacteria is the rear entrance of a cafeteria? Is it true that a hominy is a subject taught in music schools? Is it true that you can tell the age of a tree by its branches? And finally, is it true that Marco Polo was the emperor of China? Again, you can wait to the end of the video to find out which ones are true and which ones are false. And again, let me know in the comments how you did. Queen of the Hurricanes, Elsie MacGill. How a woman conquered terrible handicaps and became chief engineer at Canada's great hurricane fighter plane factory. Elsie lived in Vancouver, British Columbia, in the late 20s. Daddy, I want to study electrical engineering. But Elsie, that's a man's work. Nonsense. If that's what she wants, she'll do it. Elsie enrolled at Toronto University. What's the world coming to? A girl taking electrical engineering? Go home to your knitting. How does it feel to be the only girl in a class of 30 boys? I don't mind your kidding. It won't stop me. Miss Elsie MacGill, our first woman engineer. 4 years later, hurrah for Elsie! Her first job. Miss MacGill, why do you want to work here at the Austin Aircraft Company? You're offering the most pay. I'm half Scotch, you know. Elsie, how do you do it? Holding a job here and going to Michigan University at night. Tom, my studies in aviation science fascinate me. Gentlemen and Miss MacGill, remember, exams will be held in 2 weeks. A few nights later, I don't feel well. I'm gonna faint. Miss MacGill, you have infantile paralysis. Doctor, my work, my studies. Elsie took her exams in the hospital, and Miss MacGill, you have passed with flying colors. You're a very courageous woman. Later, paralysis left its mark. Elsie could not walk without crutches. Good luck, Miss MacGill. It's good to be alive. Now I'm going to really start working. Elsie wrote many articles on aviation engineering. This is something. The Canadian Engineering Institute wants me to read my paper at their meeting. The Canadian Engineering Institute. And that, gentlemen, concludes my theory. Excellent! Miss MacGill, I am David Boyd, in charge of aircraft production at the Canadian Car and Foundry Co. Will you join our staff? Gladly. Well, Elsie, there goes the training plane you designed. It will be known as the MacGill Trainer. Why, thanks, Dave, but I don't want glory. I'm happy to see it fly. September 3rd, 1939. The mighty British Empire went to war. Here are government orders. We're to build Hurricane fighter planes here. Look, 3,600 blueprints and nothing else to work with. Here's a job I can sink my teeth into. She was placed in charge of revamping the factory for production of the Hurricanes. Swing that drill press over here. Righto. Wow, it's 2 a.m. We gotta keep going, boys. How are those tools and dies coming? Soon we'll be finished. At last, in January 1940, the first Hurricane was completed in Canada. We were ready to start mass production on the Hurricane fighter plane. Elsie developed a de-icer for the Hurricane, which saved many brave RAF pilots' lives. Miss MacGill's new de-icer sure keeps the wings clear of ice. Gosh, Elsie MacGill drives like a whirlwind. She wants to become a pilot too. Elsie runs her own home. Mom, the new cook, can speak only Romanian, but she's very good. Good cooks are rare, and she won't have time to learn English. I'd better get to speak Romanian. Despite her He-Man job, Elsie is all kindness. Mew, mew. Stop production until you find that kitten. That poor little thing. Then this is the amazing woman who plays such an important part in Canada's valiant war effort. All honor to Elsie MacGill. And just like I said, here are all the answers to the quiz. Feel free to pause and check your answers as the answers get revealed. I could go through each of them, but there's no real point. I think you can figure that out on your own if you've even watched this far. But in any case, like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you thought of this. And, maybe I can try more. I'm trying different things. And that's stories of more unsung adventurers. History is full of them. People who change things, risk everything, or simply refuse to stay in the place the world assigned. Until next time, it's been Felix Lebesky for Unsung Adventurers from SL Tonight. Ride on. Good night.